Despero. Alter ego, none. Occupation, conqueror. Known relatives, unnamed parents. Group affiliation, none. Base of operations, mobile. First appearance, Justice League of America 1, October-November 1960. Height, 8'5". Weight, 450 pounds. Eyes, grey. Hair, none. History. Despero the Conqueror comes from the planet Kalanor, a world once dominated by a race of humanoids who were obliterated in a nuclear holocaust. Other species survived the radiation, but were mutated beyond recognition. These new, varied races struggled for survival, and in the end, a telepathic race rose to superiority, using their powers of mental control to enslave all other Kalanorian races and rise to prominence. But the telepath's fatal flaw, their fierce sense of competition, fragmented their empire. Family warred against family for the throne, and ultimately only one telepath remained. The lone surviving telepath, Despero, ruled Kalanor with an iron hand for more than an Earth century. His reign might have continued unchallenged for thousands of years, had not a Kalanorian scientist named Jasonar fled the planet in a special starship, taking with him materials of which he hoped to perfect a weapon capable of nullifying Despero's telepathic abilities. Though Jasonar made his way to Earth, Despero tracked him down. Fortunately, Jasonar was able to enlist the aid of the Justice League of America to forestall Despero while he perfected his invention, after which he captured Despero and brought him back to Kalanor for punishment. Despero eventually escaped captivity and travelled to Earth for several rematches with the Justice League over the next few years. Eventually incarcerated on the prison planet Takron Gautos, Despero formulated a plan to increase his powers. Remembering the legends surrounding the destruction of the Kalanorian city Pytar, he recalled that once the pyre consuming it had burned out, there remained over Pytar a towering column of nuclear flame. A civilization of worshippers had grown up around the flame, learning they had the power to purify and transform those brave enough to enter it. Despero escaped from his prison and secretly returned to Kalanor, throwing himself into the flame, which increased his physical might 100-fold. There was one drawback, however. Despero immediately developed a symbiotic relationship with the fire of Pytar and would cease to exist if removed from its presence. Travelling once more to Earth, Despero created a fire identical to the one over Pytar so that he might rule Earth, but the flame was extinguished by the Justice League. The resultant energy backlash destroyed Despero's corporeal form, flinging his atoms throughout the solar system. Over time, Despero was able to draw the shattered fragments of his body together. Bent on vengeance, he attacked the Justice League one final time, but was defeated by the Martian Manhunter, who used his telepathic powers to project into Despero's consciousness the illusion that Despero had beaten the League and destroyed Earth. Satisfied with his victory, Despero drew up into himself, regressing to an unconscious fetal state. The Justice Leaguers then placed Despero's body into a special container, which was subsequently given to their intergalactic barterer Manga Khan for safekeeping aboard his starship. Powers and weapons. In battles past, Despero relied exclusively on his mutant third eye, which possessed vast, hypnotic, illusory and telekinetic powers. After bathing in the flame of Pytar, Despero became a less cerebral, more savage being, with great physical prowess and super strength.